Hey guys, the Future123 here, and welcome back to another video. To start off this episode of the West Ham Unity Career Mode, we go into deadline day, and everything that you'll be seeing here to start off the episode is just I'll be going in for a backup goalkeeper. You guys remember from last episode we sold Adrian from to Stoke for £10.5 million, so I was just looking for a backup keeper, and if we don't find one, it's perfectly fine. I have a very good youth keeper, 60 overall. He's not the highest, but he could definitely come in if we need him. And next season, then we can train him up and he'll be a good backup goalkeeper. So if I can't really find anyone, I won't be too fussed about it. And they changed something in FIFA 17 career mode this year. You guys have probably seen it too with the deadline day, where it takes a lot longer for the deal to go through. So I'm not too sure if I can get it in on time, but hopefully we can. And some of the bigger deals that have happened the past few days in this transfer window, I'll show you as well at the end of as we go into the last hour. And I was also going for Pickford. He was probably my main target, but I don't think we'll be signing him, as Sunderland actually start him, so they probably wouldn't want to sell him. And the only team that really accepted was Mold for Horvath, the American goalkeeper. So if we can get him in on a deal, but as you see, the clock is just winding and winding down, and no offers are really coming in. As you see, some other clubs rejecting. Sevilla accepted an offer for Soria, but I'm not sure as well if he'll be coming in. And there's only 5 hours left, and some other teams are also going in for Horvath, as you just saw there. And as we advance through, these teams not accepting more bids for Horvath. But as we advance on through, some big deals happening throughout the Premier League. Horvath actually declines his contract and he moves on to another side, so he can't sign with us. And then Soria, I think we have 3 hours left, which I don't think we can get in time. So it looks like we won't be getting a goalkeeper, but as I said, that's fine with me. We have a good youth goalkeeper that could come in and put in a good performance for our side. So as we wind down the transfer window to the first hour, I'll just show you the top deals of pretty much the past few days. I don't think it shows from the beginning of January, but it definitely shows, a few deals that have happened since the deadline day. As you see, Costa goes to Monaco. That's on a pre-contract. All of these first ones are on pre-contract, like Witzel to Atletico. Correa goes to Inter. Bergwijn goes to Sevilla, good signing. Brooks goes to West Brom. That's a pretty good signing as well. Horvath actually goes to Darmstadt, as he declined. As Klaassen goes to Crystal Palace, $26.5 billion, a big price tag, but I think he can improve. The big one, Lacazette, obviously linked with us to United on like 60-something million. Zagoev he went to not Stoke, he went to Swansea. And then you see some other deals as well. I think Kelly went to Southampton, as you see. Sigurdsson also went to Southampton, and also I just had the deal in my head and I just forgot it. Someone is outside, but I can't remember it anymore. But as we advance through, that'll end off the transfer window, and it was a pretty decent one for us. We signed a few players on loan, and I think I'm really trying to think right now. But we made a few good signings. As you see, Ribério's a good backup goalkeeper if we need him to come in, and he's already 17, so if we need him, we can bring him in, and then if not, then we'll just bring him in at the start of next season. And as we go into the first game of this episode, we are going to be playing against Southampton at St. Mary's. And Southampton are always a tough side with good talent on their side. They've lost a lot of players throughout the seasons, the past few ones. They're still, recuperating with some, bringing in some good other players that can do the job. And I think the last time we played them, obviously we probably got a draw, considering our form. And Southampton are actually struggling this season in 19th place, so they really need to kickstart. Just finished the transfer. They actually made a few signings, so maybe that'll kickstart them to stay up in the Premier League. But they have a pretty decent side. I think they lost, obviously, last episode we saw Fonte for City. And as you see by their lineup, they have Wellington Nem as well. I think they made another signing, but he's not even on the bench. But hopefully you can get the win. As you see, a pretty strong team. Pretty much it's a full strength side other than my wingers, which I have Antonio and Lowton in. Actually, I made a few other changes. Masuaku comes in. But other than that, it's a pretty strong team. So hopefully you can get the win here. against Southampton and start out the episode with a win. And the first chance in this game will come to us here to start off from the goal kick. Actually, Rizabalaga passes loses it out. Poor mistake by me. Long goes to the shot, but it was ultimately an easy save by Rizabalaga. Here from the throw in, Lowton on it finds Masuaku, plays into Kiate. Kiate finds Payet, who finds Antonio down this right-hand side, who takes the one-touch shot, but a good save by McCarthy. And that's how the half ended. So it was a pretty even half. Both, a few chances from both sides. So it could be anyone's game, as you see by the match stats. Very even possession and shots. So going to the second half, it'll be a tough game. If we want the win, we're gonna have to grind it out. I still think we can perform, but we came to the worst possible start here. Southampton on the ball. Romeu finds Nem. Nem plays it into Romulo. They also sign him as well. And Cancelo somehow just misses the ball completely. He comes into long. We just had the easy finish there. Arrizabalaga had no chance. He even died to it as it was right in the corner. And I just don't know what happened there. Just Cancelo's been so reliable for us, his first 6 months at the club. But that was just a very poor mistake by him, as he pretty much just missed the ball. And Long had the easy finisher putting it into the back of the net. So that made it 1-0. Very poor start to the second half. And hopefully we can come back for a minute. But a chance here as we try to get back level. Noble finds Lanzini on the left-hand side. Lanzini keeps the ball, finds Masuaku. Masuaku back into Lanzini, into Carroll. Great play from some of the substitutes like Lanzini and Andy Carroll. But ultimately McCarthy gets it. And that's how the game ended. So that's only our second loss of this season. It's surprising to see considering how many draws we had. That's only our second loss, so it is a poor result. It's sad to see us lose our second game of the season, but we just got to keep on improving, keep attacking, and hopefully in the next game here, as we go up against West Brom, we can put in a good result. And also we have some players from Brazil getting scouted, but none of them really looked really good. As you see, declined all of them, as they didn't look that good. Byron wanted a new contract, so as you see in the right corner, we offer him a new one. He's been playing pretty well this season when he's called on to action, and we had some player training. I declined the Greece job, and also an offer, or English players came in, but the same thing, very poor scout reports this month, as didn't sign any players to the academy, or even keep any for the next month. So going to this game, we're going up against West Brom, as I said, this time at the London Stadium. This is pretty much our first match in the snow, but hopefully you can get a good performance in. On the back of that loss against Southampton, we need to bounce back, because in the second half, we really want to be going for that Champions Cup spot. So if you want to do that, we gotta bounce back from our losses and put in good performances. And as you'll see West Brom's lineup in a second, when I went over the transfers before, they made Brooks that I see right now is starting for the team. So that's a pretty good signing for them. Young American defender can definitely put in a good shift in any Premier League side. As you see by our team, it's a very strong one. I think this is our strongest side for today's match, as last time I didn't have enough fitness on some of the players. But as you see West Brom's team as well, Brooks, as I just said, starting. Other than that, it's a pretty normal lineup for West Brom, but they have a still decent side. Rondon at striker is always a lethal player in FIFA for some reason. He's an all-around player, so it'll be a tough match. We're in 6th place right now, so hopefully you can get a win, bounce back from that loss in the first game, and push back up the table. But the first chance in this game comes to us as Cancelo down the right-hand side finds Fuguli. Fuguli takes a touch, cuts inside with the double step over, finds Sturridge inside, who I wasn't meaning to play it to Payet. He ultimately finishes the pass, but it gets called off for offside. I was trying to play in Fuguli, but instead it came to Payet. Payet ran onto it, and he was offsides. But as you take a look at the replay, Fuguli here was offsides. I was trying to play it 1-2, and as you see, the Algerian was onside. Payet was not, and ultimately that pass went to Payet, and we got called for offsides. Here a chance for West Brom as Ron down this left-hand side. I thought I was playing good defense, but I thought I was playing good defense against it, but as I said, he's a lethal striker in this game, and he just put that low, powerful finish across the keeper, and makes it 1-0 in the 22nd minute. So, you could say it was against the run of play. They didn't really have a lot of chances, and West Brom they're putting it in the back of the net. You could say Kepa could have done a little more with that strike, but I just, I was trying to contain Rondon there. I thought he was going to cut inside, but instead he goes to the shot. It was a pretty decent one, pretty accurate, and those on this game have been pretty OP this cycle so far. I'm not sure if they're going to get patched, but right now as it stands, those driven shots across the keeper are pretty powerful. So I wasn't really too surprised that went in. And from kickoff, we try to get a leveler as a Noble finds Sturridge inside. Sturridge finds a great ball into Kiate. Kiate takes a touch, but a very poor shot. As I was trying to do the same thing Rondon did, but it didn't work out. And here now Sturridge wins the ball back. It comes to Fuguli, who finds Noble. Noble turns, finds Payet. Payet puts the ball over top into Andre Ayew, who tries to get a touch on the ball, but Niam takes him out. And the former Watford and Granada right back, I think it is, takes the player down. The referee awards a penalty, and we have a chance to level the game. As you see, he just slid into Antonio. I'm not sure what he was doing there. He tried to like slide in and get the ball, but instead he just went right through Ayew's feet. A poor decision by Niam there. And Dimitri Payet steps our free kick specialist, puts it past Foster, makes it 1-1, and a good, good response from us. So it was a good play from our side. Good to get a goal before this first half. Maybe we can push on here and get a second, but good finish by Payet, and he makes it 1-1. So after that game against Southampton, it was tough to bounce back from it, but maybe with this goal here just before halftime, we go into the half and create a few more chances and hopefully get a winning goal. As you see, the halftime whistle blows. And as you see by their match stats, it was a pretty even game. West Brom pretty much scored. You could say they scored again against the open play. As you see, we were dominating possession with 60%, which is really surprising for me on even on World Class. As I think I'll shift on to Legendary in the next season. So if you guys are expecting that, I still really haven't gotten used to this World Class difficulty. As you see, I'm losing a few games, drawing obviously a lot. So maybe in the next season I'll shift to Legendary. The chance for us now is Payet down this left-hand side, and that was just a beautiful strike. He got the ball. As you saw in the last episode, he had a beautiful finish from the cross from Cancelo. He just took a touch and banged it with the volley. But this time, that's a little more of an individual goal there, as he took it, as he got the ball inside there from Sturridge. Sturridge finds him. He takes a touch, chests it down, looks for an open area towards the goal, and puts it across the keeper on the half volley. No chance for Foster, as he didn't have the best of games, but his defense didn't help him out, especially with Niam's penalty. And that'll make it 2-1. So in the 68th minute, we get a goal. Very good shot from Payet there. And a chance for West Brom trying to level the score. The header comes in from Cancelo, and it bounces around in the box, and eventually Rizabalaga gets it away. Here, Obiang off the bench finds Cancelo down the right-hand side. Back into Obiang. Obiang into Lanzini. Lanzini turns his defender nicely, takes his few touches, goes for the shot. I think it takes a slight deflection, but ultimately Foster gets it out for a corner. And here now Morrison finds Chris Brunt. Chris Brunt plays Charlie down this left-hand side. The Belgian puts the ball inside. It comes to Agbanu, who tries to chest it, and then Rizabalaga comes out. It hits off of Reed, I think, and goes just over the bar. That was a chance for an own goal there, one of the worst own goals in the season, but it looks like it hit like Reed's thigh there and just went over the bar. So from the corner here, Chadley crossing it again, this time trying to put the crossing to someone's head. But it comes back out to Berahino, takes a few touches, but goes wide the target. And the guy who's going to Spurs, I think, over the summer in this career, signed a pre-contract, puts it wide of the target. And that's how the game finished. So a very good result, bouncing back from that loss against Southampton with a victory here. A 2-1 victory. Not the most convincing of results, but 3 points is 3 points. And we just got to take it where we can get it. So a good performance there from the team. We got the win. And now we progress on into the Europa League knockout stage. So as you see, the first team we play is Sandierski, I think it is. We start out playing them away in, I think it's Norway. I'm pretty sure they're a Norwegian or a Danish side. I'll check on that in a second when we go to the kickoff. So, as I said a few episodes ago, they're a team that I don't know, so we should be able to get a good victory against them. Hopefully we can. I'm gonna be putting in 11 changes to the side, as we have a huge game against Arsenal in the FA Cup on the weekend. And I'll play my strongest side for that game. But, it'll still be a tough game. Obviously, they're the underdog, this Danish side here, Sandierski. If you look at the lineup, you probably don't know any of their players unless you're from, I even forgot what country they're from now. Unless you're from Denmark, I think they're from. But I don't know any other players, so this guy I guess looks good, scoring 2 goals in the last game, probably in the Europa League. But it'll still be a tough match against this side. You know, we're going to have to be pressing hard against them because they could just come out with one chance and get a goal. So we have to keep pressing this whole time. Hopefully, you can get at least a goal in this game as we go into the home leg just a week later. And we can put a good performance in there. Sorry, I couldn't get my words out. As you see by our team, pretty strong lineup. Stark playing another game as a new signing, as well as Andre Silva up front. You know, he's been scoring goals recently, so I decided to give him the nod over players like Clary or Carroll. So getting to this game, hopefully we can get the win. It should be an easier one than the other matches this episode. As the first chance actually comes to Sanderski as number 11 tries to find someone, but ultimately Norvite tries to clear it away. Comes back out to the striker, who puts it wide of the target, and that was pretty much the only chance of the half as Lanzini tries to find Silva, but the referee blows for full time there. I didn't really know why. You know, Silva could have gotten a shot in, but I guess not. As the match stats, you know, it's a pretty even game. We need to improve in the second half, put in more pressure on this side, as we should be, you know, cruising past them. As the first chance in the second half comes to us from the corner. It comes out to Tori. It goes to the header, and it hits the crossbar. Great chance just 10 minutes after the half to get a goal, but we're denied by the Woodwork. And here's Silva now turning, trying to find someone. Plays back into Stark. Fernandez plays a 1-2 with him. Stark goes for the shot, but he couldn't get his first goal for the team there, as a good save by the keeper. Lowton in there in the last chance in the game, trying to get around the defender. Tries to stick with it. The slide tackle comes in. Silva tries to shoot. It comes back out to the top of the box, and the referee blows for full time there again. Like, did they pay the refs off or something because they knew they would lose? Because we had a great chance there to get a goal from outside the box, or at least put a shot on target. But the referee blew for full time there. I just don't understand the logic sometimes of this game. But if you guys enjoyed the episode, it'd be much appreciated if you left a like and subscribe. Next episode, you have a big game here against Arsenal at FA Cup, and then Europa League second leg of the round of 32 stage. But other than that, have a good day.